because I need to find out what the hell Mike and Amin were doing during the breaks, Dugats. I saw them, and I kept looking up, and it kept looking like the Zoolander, the party at the gas station with the male models. I couldn't believe how much they were laughing and enjoying themselves.
I joined in late. What they were doing was, and I'll let Mike take it from here, is they were watching the video for Separate Ways from Journey, which is fantastic. Nearly 60 million views right now on YouTube.
It is the perfect 80s music video. This came out in 1982, and it starts off with Journey, all of Journey, playing air instruments. And then instruments magically appear, and we go back and forth. There's so many cameras. It's really well directed. The energy, I think Steve Perry is actually singing, not lip syncing. He is actually singing, and that's the version that they use in the track that you listen to daily.
The part where he says, pain, pain. Like, you could feel the pain.
I felt physical pain.
From the soul.
Skeptical Billy is behind you.
No, it's just, I feel you guys are going to take this the wrong way, and I don't intend for this to be an insult, but I feel like this show is just getting old. Like, we're talking about something, and I'm being judged for not knowing about something that was done 5 years before I was born.
Right.
Like, imagine if Greg came on and started talking about things from, like, 1962.
Did you like Die Hard, Bill? Just out of curiosity.
I love Die Hard.
That was probably done
What year
before
was
you
that?
were born, too. See,
Die Hard is
this music video came out in 1982, 3 full years before I was born. Honestly, it's just a little myopic. Just a tad. And all the clothes that they're wearing is back in style. It's such a fashionable video.
The drummer, he has a pair of Nikes. I'm telling you right now, on StockX, at least $1,000.
I was alive for Die Hard.
My favorite part of the music video, we'll get into the twist ending in a second, because there's an ending that no one sees coming to this video.
I forgot about it.
There's this first. Do
you need to set up anything else for the audience that is Billy's age or Billy's sensibilities and now thinks that we're talking. We've actually, in front of their ears, we've morphed into old man rock and roll stories.
So Journey is a 5-piece. Okay, it's a 5-piece. This video takes place at the wharf, and there is a woman that's walking. No, not the wharf in Miami, Billy. The wharf in, I believe, the Bay Area. I believe we're looking at the Pacific Ocean. And she is unabashed. She is just walking through this wharf, which could be dangerous when you're walking by yourself. But don't worry, Journey is there. And they are yelling in her face. And she doesn't notice them at all. I mean, they are yelling. They are looking to multi-cameras. It goes with the beat. Steve Perry is so on it.
Yeah, he is. But it's like they're not there. You're right. They're singing, but it's like no one can hear them.
Sometimes they have instruments. Sometimes they're playing air guitar and air drums and air keyboard. Sometimes the keyboard shows up on a wall and the keyboard is just up against the wall and the guy's just jamming out with it.
Let me just say right now, you've seen people play air guitar, right? Your song comes on, I do the air guitar. You've seen people do air drums for Phil Collins in the heat of the night. Have you seen an air keyboard before? They gave it to us. And not only that, they gave it to us while a guy was doing air guitar, while another guy was doing air bass, and while another guy was doing air drums. It was amazing.
Oh, and I'm sure you're familiar with the term slapping the bass. The bass player only slaps the bass in this exclusively. I'm just like...
Slapping the bass.
Just slapping the bass. Slapping the hell out of the bass. And then, spoiler alert, at the very end...
Oh, no.
At the very end, a totally unnecessary twist of it all being a dream.
That is Straight Talk. It is brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Everything for less, only at Walmart.
It wasn't my most graceful one that I've done yet. I've figured out a way to kind of not get hurt while doing it. Now, I got hurt a couple of the first times that I did it, but I figured out how not to get hurt. But I had an error, and my foot got caught under the chair, and it didn't land properly, and I dented one of these, like, pith helmets when I landed, and I may or may not have hit my head against the wall. I don't remember exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to be careful with all of that, but don't be too careful because it's funny every damn time. And I don't think you've done it better than you did it that segment where everyone had genuine fear that you had broken apart. Chris, you had genuine concern for your friend. I saw it on your face.
It was great on TV, but in person, it was violent.
Yes.
The chair looked like it flipped up. We were like genuinely, usually we're like, oh, Billy, this was genuine. Did you break an ankle?
But what happened with this one was we first cheered that it got on television, and then we were all concerned about Billy after that.
No, they became concerned, and then they cheered. That was your vantage point was that selfish one. They were genuinely concerned.
His head hit the wall. Like the back of his head hit the concussion. Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Yeah, that's what a concussion symptom is. You forgetting.
Hey, Amin's here today.
So Michael David Smith is a football writer for Pro Football Talk. You want to do that the rest of the way? Pro Football Talk.
Chris was like, "What are you talking about? He's been here the whole time."
No, Chris.
Oh man.
No.
Oh, I needed that on air.
No. Chris, go walk into the ocean.
Bye-bye, Chris.
You got to be kidding
Actually
me.
deserves it there.
I was hoping Billy would do Amnesia the rest of the show.
Peter the Mind Dan.
No. So Michael David Smith says the following. Peyton Manning, this is on Twitter, started strong in 2000.